There she is.
Hello.
She made it.
I made it.
She made it. She made
Made
it.
it.
She made it. Oh, Victoria, you're going to have
It's
to tell them.
only a day.
Welcome to another exciting episode, gang.
Of Feel It Real Fun on our 4th of May 2021.
You know, the year's 1/3 over, and some people are
is.
still doing what?
Sticking around.
That's right.
That's all right. Stick around.
Yeah, stick around.
So, go to... Oh, sorry. So what is it
Sure,
called?
there.
How to stop the double delay trap.
Oh, it's the double delay trap, Victoria.
Is it just delay or double D?
It's the double
delay?
double D delay trap, yo.
Okay, it could be the triple D
No,
delay trap.
can't
No.
be a triple D. That's Dream Driven Day.
I know.
No, it's double D. Trust me.
Okay.
All right. So, Victoria,
go to freeneville.com.
221 email list.
Pseudo random goodness.
That's right.
Join our 90-day adventure at manifestingmasterycourse.com.
Triple D Tony Doyle's here. Triple D Valerie is here.
Yep. Cheap ass cup of coffee, half a donut.
That's right.
90 days. You know what it's.
Look at that Triple D
Ace.
Crystal.
And for refunds, visit our YouTube channel, feelitrealfun.com.
That's right. So, Victoria,
Yes.
today we're going to talk about the double D delay trap. And we're going to
D
begin with
delayed.
one of my favorite Neville Goddard quotes.
Oh,
followed by
Oh,
one of my
yes.
other favorite Neville Goddard quotes.
Yes.
And we're going to talk about why some people, and this is big. You know, I normally don't talk about whys, but this is an important one. This why is very wise. So,
This wise, very wise.
yes. So why is this so important, Mr. 20? Anyway, Triple D Sizzles here. Ma'am Olive is here.
Yes.
So-
you want me to start? Or?
Yeah, let's start.
Okay.
All right.
So it all begins with
All right. Write this down.
your faith in God is measured by your confidence in yourself, because your true self, is God.
All right. Okay. Ready? Your true self is God. End of line. Your concept of self is what you get to give life to. Henceforth, identity-based manifesting, double henceforth manifesting to the max.com.
Double hands forth.
Double henceforth, right?
What?
Yeah, really, right? Your true self. What does Neville say? Do
Is
the quote
God.
again, Victoria. Do it
Your
again.
faith in God is measured by your confidence in yourself, because your true self is God.
All right, so your concept of self is this itty-bitty thing, like loving husband, loving teacher, loving puppy dad. Your true self encompasses all that and more. Your circumstance, everything that you're aware of, your awareness of being as God, right? And then there's your true self. And then you get to give life to concepts of self. Get how cool this is. Ready? So, Neville says do nothing. Just feel it real.
To aid
and
in its...
don't bring up the
Whatever it
quote.
was.
Don't bring up what he actually said.
I didn't know that was actually in there.
It's
but
in there
it
somewhere.
is about
Yep.
do nothing
Yeah.
to
But
aid.
Neville said do nothing. Do nothing. I have to do nothing, which means you don't have to listen, you don't have to learn, you don't got to talk, you don't got to do
Shut
nothing.
yourself in a cupboard.
Shut yourself in a
That is
cupboard,
not
right?
what he means. Yeah.
All right, but this first quote's going to become very important very soon. So, Victoria, let us read the second quote, because this is so cool.
The illusion of the free will to do is but ignorance of the law of assumption, upon which all action is based.
Dramatic pause. All action. Not just inspired action versus uninspired action. All action. All action. All action. Hashtag somebody.
All action.
All action comes from one thing, right? But anyway, let us continue.
Everything happens automatically. All that befalls you, all that is done by you, happens.
Right. So the state of loving, happy teacher. I mean, why not? So my true self is my awareness of being. How I am aware of being, chunking down a little bit. How I am aware, loving teacher, loving husband, loving puppy dad, doesn't have to do a damn thing. I could just sit in the bathtub all day long, and I don't actually have to teach. I don't actually have to be nice. I don't have to go to the dog park. I can just hide in my little bathtub, right?
Yes.
With my bubbles. I
Well,
love
you probably
bubbles.
could actually.
Well,
But it depends do you want to give what? Do you want to give life to?
Well, happy bubble bath guy.
Oh well, there you go.
See,
You
now
could do
that would
that
work.
forever.
Well, but then again, so if Neville says do nothing,
Yes.
I shouldn't even get in the bathtub then, because if I'm going to be happy bubble bath guy,
You can't be a happy bath guy without a bubble bath. I
so
don't
you're
think.
telling me I have to do something.
Yes. Get in your bubble bath
Unbelievable. Anyway,
to experience the state. Well, you don't have to. You could probably sit there experiencing the state of happy bubble bath person.
yes, yes, yes.
I don't know.
See, now here's the cool thing. Ready?
Yes.
There's this little guy named Marvin, probably, or something like that. He might have an M or an A,
Probably.
an R, or a Vin. Somewhere in the world, there's a guy named Marvin.
Yeah, I used to know a guy called Marvin.
And Marvin
Yes.
either works for the water company, or he worked for the water company, or he made a pipe, or he knows what the word pipe means, or he made a filter. Maybe he was a plumber. I don't know. But somewhere in the world, there was a guy named Marvin that played his part to get me water for my bubble bath. Maybe he worked at the bubble bath factory, right? I really don't care. Because people from around the world had to come together and make me bubble bath, bring me water, make a bathtub for me to take a bubble bath.
Why was his name Marvin?
I just like the name.
Um,
Right?
okay.
So, like at the end of the day, right,
Yes.
somebody whose name could or could not have been Marvin, right, played his part.
Somebody played their part.
Somebody.
To bring you your bubble bath.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, lots of people, right, including Victoria. Like, she'd probably bring the towel in and stand there and hold it like this
No, she
incessantly.
never does that.
Anyway, so,
Yeah.
but all that you do and all that befalls you, right? Somebody invented this iPad for me, Jess, yo. But anyway, Victoria,
Yes.
let us continue.
Okay, your assumptions, conscious or unconscious, direct all thought and action to their fulfilment. To understand the law of assumption, to be convinced of its truth, means getting rid of all the illusions about free will to act.
So, what do you assume? What are your assumptions? What does assumption mean? You assume a state, right? Now, notice what Neville says here, because this is really important, right? Because it says your assumptions, conscious or unconscious, because you're going to have unconscious assumptions, right? All your assumptions direct all thought and action. Thoughts do not create things, guys. Sorry, right? I'm be thinking it. I'm thoughting it. Thoughts create things. No, thoughts are created. Remember, awareness of being is God. The true self, right? You know, awareness of your faith in God is measured by your confidence in yourself. Why? Because your true self is God. Your awareness of being. And then we chunk down a little bit into those like concepts of self. Concept of self-loving puppy dad has absolutely no thoughts about flowers. Concept of happy loving husband has thoughts about flowers. Thoughts that come from the concept of self of happy loving teacher has thoughts about flowers, because I say whiskey liver treats and flowers for Victoria. But get how cool this is. Thoughts do not create things. Thoughts come from your state. So do actions, right? What did Neville say there? All thought and action, they come from your assumptions. You assume a state, thought and action follow, right? Don't blame what follows, right? I know people that spend, seriously, yeah, I know some Neville Goddard teachers that spend lots of time doing the whole thoughts, right? Don't do that, right? Your assumptions direct your thoughts and your actions, your reactions to the world even. But anyway, Victoria, can I have my water, please? I left it way over there. You see, look at that. Oh,
Beautiful free Neville Goddard cup.
look at that. See, it's got a quote on it.
It does.
Can't read it though.
Yes,
Look at that one.
Just get closer.
All right, look at that. All right.
Okay, so to understand the law of assumption, to be convinced of its truth, means getting rid of all the illusions about free will to act. And I said that one before, so I'll
Yes.
keep going.
Yes.
Free will actually means freedom to select any idea you desire. By assuming the idea already to be a fact, it is converted into reality. Beyond that, free will ends, and everything happens in harmony with the concept assumed.
So what's your concept assumed of self? Loving husband, loving teacher, loving puppy dad. I don't have to sit around and go, well, what kind of podcast? What could I? What should I? What would be the right way to do a podcast? What thoughts, what words should or not do and use or whatever? I just get into the state. It's so much easier. The state of loving teacher, boom, right? Imagines having impact. Podcast comes forth. Podcast comes forth, Ashley.
That's right.
I'll be getting back to you and Dr. Brian later.
Dr. Brian.
Dr. Brian, Ashley.
Is he a
doctor?
doctor?
He's a doctor.
Dr. Brian.
You know he's a doctor. He became a doctor during Triple D last time.
Very good. Yes.
But anyway,
Yes.
let's go back to this whole, double D thing? Way up at the top. We started with a quote, Victoria.
Yes, we
Let's
did.
talk about that.
How about the double D delay trap?
Yeah, what's
The
that first quote?
quote is, your faith in God is measured by your confidence in yourself, because your true self is God.
All right. So, Mr. 20, Neville says do nothing. All right. Now, Neville says you can do nothing to aid in the realization of your desire. In the show notes, we'll have a link to that. Right. Now, here's the cool thing. Why is it that people want to hide? I'm a coach. I'm a trainer. I'm the most successful person in the world. I am the best in bed than anyone I know, but I won't dare talk to a girl. Right? Won't talk to her. Don't want to get. Here's the thing. You imagine being shot down. You imagine failure. You're doubting. See, your faith in God is measured by your confidence in yourself. If you have confidence in yourself, you're not going to go, I'm imagining a lovely garden, and I'll sit here and watch. Right? All right? Yeah, she gets the joke. She imagines a lovely garden and gets sucked into it. Right? Here's the thing. If you don't doubt you'll be sucked into it. Right? Now, here's the thing. What does Neville say? All that you do and all that befalls you. If you don't want to delay, right? First, get rid of this doubt. Because so many people, they doubt that what they do will work. So they don't want to do anything. They just want to have it magically happen, right? And some things do magically happen, right? But on the other hand, if I imagine going to the dog park, odds are one of us is going to drive because I ain't walking that far, right? The magic bus doesn't pull up at the top of my driveway and say, you all want to go to the dog park, right? That'd be freaky to me. Neville says it will happen in the most natural way. And if you don't doubt yourself, again, this whole double D thing, if you don't doubt yourself, you're going to stop delaying your blessing. Because here's the thing. If you imagine loving husband, loving teacher, loving puppy dad, you might say, hey, you want to get together? Right? Instead of just going, wow, I'm going to wake up married tomorrow. It'll be a miracle of miracles. They'll vaporize into my bed. Right? That's just weird to me. And so far, I have talked to nobody that had the man magically vaporize into the bed. Right?
Right.
Yeah. Sometimes it takes going out on a date, right? Sometimes it takes making a podcast. But if here's the thing. You ready? You want to stop your delaying? Imagine stuff that moves you. Loving husband, loving teacher, loving puppy dad. You can't see him, but what's on the table back there, Victoria?
PayPal already? No.
No.
Oh, sorry. What's on the table back there?
Yeah.
I don't know. Have you put something there?
Mom's Day flowers.
Oh, I know.
See? Loving husband said, you know what? If I get him next week, you know what you'll have? Closed flowers. Right? So we got him this week, right? Loving husband thinks ahead a little bit.
Mother's Day. Yeah, that's
right?
lovely.
It is, right? It's fun even. But I could imagine being a loving husband and go, yep, that bitch ain't getting no flowers. I'm keeping my money, right? See, I'm imagining being a happy, loving husband and not having to spend no money on it.
Well,
we'll see how that works. You don't have to, but what if you had a couple states that worked hand in hand? Like if you doubled your income or worked half the time. Yeah, I like that. Double it again, work half the time, then you find yourself hanging out at the market trying to decide which flowers to get, right? Because you got time and money. But then again, Victoria.
But then again.
What do I know? Your faith in God is measured by your confidence in yourself. Because why, Victoria?
Because your true self is God.
And your true self gives life to what concepts of self which are smaller than you, and the only thing you can surrender to is smaller than you. I think with that, Victoria.
Very good, babe.
That was just awesome.
Awesome show. It was. So what we want to know is tell us your Hashtag strawberry bit.
Hashtag strawberry bit.
So my hashtag strawberry bit with that first one, because your faith in God is measured by confidence in yourself. But it's the because your true self is God. How many people go, oh, I couldn't know that I could. But that, if you doubt that you can do it, you're doubting God. How
Yep.
do you doubt God?
Yep.
So, yeah, that is my strawberry bit.
Cool.
Hashtag strawberry bit. What about you?
I'm going to tie this into the addiction show we did last year.
Last year.
Well, last month.
Oh.
Anyway, it seems like so long ago. Last week, you know? Anyway,
Yes.
I'm not that good with time. I'm not good with time or math. You notice I'm pretty creative with English. Mr. 20, if I was only as great as
He
you,
is.
I could make good money. Right?
What was the word you made up the other day? It wasn't incredulity. It was something.
Oh, we were in the loo. I made up a word when we were in the loo. It was great.
What?
Yeah, maybe I'll
Yes.
talk about my dream with Alpacano tomorrow.
Oh, yes.
But anyway, me and Alpacano go way back.
Yeah.
So here's the quote from today. Ready?
Yes.
Because your true self is God. Ready? If your concept of self, remember your true self is massive, right? Let's pretend your true self is all this, and it can surrender to all these little finger bits, right? If one of your finger bits is raging alcoholic, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's not what you really are. You're always surrendering to something smaller than you. And if you don't like surrendering to that, you unsurrender to it. Wow. Right? We're always surrendering to concepts of self.
Yeah.
What happens though is we surrender to one. Anybody ever trade Forex?
Yeah.
Anyone ever take a
Ding
trade?
is so good
right?
for me.
You take a trade and you go, I swear to God, I know it's going short. Right? So you take a short. You go, yeah.
Everything's telling you short.
And then all of a sudden it's going the wrong direction. And you go, no. Move my stop. And suddenly you're down like $1,000. It's like, what the fuck happened? Right?
And then you look back on the short, on
And you
the
go,
trade,
and you go,
after
what?
you're out.
What was I thinking?
Exactly. That
How
was
is
not
that even-
going short.
Yeah, that was nowhere near going short, right? Now here's the fun thing, right?
Yeah.
People do this with, okay, ready? Yeah, the whole confidence in you thing, because what you truly are. But then you go, yep, I got drunk and was an asshole. You know what? I'm a drunk asshole. Yeah, and then you pick out a couple things. You know what I am? I'm a procrastinator because I procrastinated once. But maybe I'll do it again. I'll double up. Right? But you don't procrastinating, do you? I mean, you just keep doing it, or you do it without hesitation. Right? So I'm a procrastinator and I am impulsive. Right? I do things without hesitating and I'm a procrastinator. And then you notice you've got identities that conflict with each other. Then you go, screw that. The reason I am both a impulsive person and a procrastinator is because I'm a raging alcoholic. Therefore, right, I have no confidence in myself. So I have to go to meetings 12 times a day and do all 12 steps forever. That's 144. And then you have to do 5 by 5 5 because I don't trust my brain.
Yeah.
Because my thoughts are out of control.
70 times 7.
70 times.
Because Neville said.
Yes, 490 times. And Gaza brought it up, I think it was either Gaza or Grant or both of them. Brought up the whole thing. 490 didn't mean 490 times. It's about quality, not numbers.
70 times 7 doesn't mean
Yeah,
490
that too,
times.
right?
Yeah. No.
Now here's the cool thing. Ready? Your awareness of being is God. I am aware that I can drink and be nuts. I'm also aware that I can drink and not be nuts. Therefore, I can just turn that one off and give this one life. Let's surrender to a lovely smaller thing. Anyway, yeah.
Cool.
That's my strawberry bit.
Good one, babe.
Right? The real you, the concepts of you, they're the small slivers, and you can have the whole damn pie. Hoo-ha. All right. Oh, Triple D people, sneaky. Where we talked about pie.
Pie.
Love
Yeah.
me some pie.
So,
Victoria?
while you type in your hashtag strawberry bit, yes,
Go on.
go to freeneville.com.
I am being a loving, happy teacher and loving, happy husband all in one.
Okay. Join our 90-day adventure at manifestingmasterycourse.com.
90 days, $97. See, now here's the fun thing, right? That whole thing of, but Mr. 20, I am someone with many problems, right? You notice when people get real serious, they do this kind of thing. This is just their little this is the little tiny you. The big you, right? The real you. Of course I can make $97 easy. Boom. Anyway.
And for refunds,
all that stuff.
visit our YouTube channel, feelitrealfun.com.
Yes, and if you like this whole identity-based manifesting thing, manifestingtothemax.com. Go there, get that. Seriously, we dive into some deep stuff there. It's a very cool, totally different course. And that's manifestingtothemax.com, crass commercial.
There you go.
Tony Doyle, I sent you something. I didn't send you the transcript because it just wouldn't have read well. But
Cool.
sent you something yesterday, I think. Could be here today. I don't know.
Maybe it was 2 days ago.
I don't know. So,
all right.
this is where I got to sit forward.
Thank you for joining today, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
The bomb.
The
says
bomb.
Valerie.
Uma, uma, uma.